Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin said on Tuesday that Darius Slay would take over cornerback James Pierre, who had a standout day against the Cincinnati Bengals a week ago, but that turned out to not be the case. He steps back in and plays, Tomlin said. We're certainly going to continue to play James. He's deserving of that. But if healthy, Slay is going to play. So much for those words, as the actions speak much louder. Pierre outsnapped Slay significantly while Joey Porter Jr. was healthy, but Porter left the game early after suffering a hip flexor injury. Still, it seems that Pierre has moved into starting status, a significant switch for the Steelers. Pierre, the sixth-year NFL veteran, was always known as the standout special teams gunner, but had impressed in his limited opportunities this season. Yet, covering Jamar Chase and T. Higgins is another challenge altogether. Never lose belief in yourself, Pierre said. Every day it's constant. Like, it's a job to believe in yourself every day. Pierre's journey is one of inspiration. He came in during the COVID draft class, where less than 10 undrafted free agents made the active roster. He was one of those select few, and somehow stuck on the roster throughout his entire rookie contract. Now, he has become a starting cornerback for the Steelers and is likely to hold that role moving forward after another good outing against the Bears. Just when it appeared the Buffalo Bills offense was set to get back on track against a porous Pittsburgh Steelers defense Sunday at Highmark Stadium, ominous news is arising out of Western New York. Bills Mafia, prepare to cringe. The Week 13 matchup might feature the scary mismatch of Steelers' former NFL Defensive Player of the Year T.J. Watt being blocked by Ryan Van Denmark, Alec Anderson, Chase Lunt, or Tylan Grable. In other words, by anyone not named Dion Dawkins or Spencer Brown. Head coach Sean McDermott said Wednesday before practice that both left tackle Dawkins, concussion, and right tackle Brown, shoulder, were out and seemingly unlikely to play against Pittsburgh. Dawkins briefly left last week's loss to the Houston Texans after a hit to the head, but was tested for a concussion and cleared to return. He missed 4 snaps but returned after the evaluation. But symptoms arose the next day, and now Dawkins remains in protocol, said McDermott. The next day is when I first heard of it. He was cleared during the game, then afterwards, I got wind of it the next day. We're live with Sean McDermott as he meets with the media ahead of today's practice. The likely plan is start Van Denmark at left tackle, as he was the one who spelled Dawkins in Houston. Brown's replacement, however, is up in the air, said McDermott of his Week 13 status. It doesn't look good for this week. Josh Allen, Mark Connesny main images. As the Bills' #1 swing tackle, Van Denmark also filled in for Brown for the final 13 snaps against the Texans. But if Van Denmark is on the left, who will protect Josh Allen's right side? Anderson is a more versatile veteran, but 6th-round rookie Lunt is the only true reserve tackle. The situation could call for an appearance from the almost forgotten Grable. The Bills opened his 21-day practice window on Monday and need to move the 2024 6th-round pick onto the active roster to avoid losing him to season-ending injured reserve. Grable showed flashes as a rookie, earning a spot on the Week 1 roster and playing in the first 3 games before suffering an abdominal injury. He returned late in the season and started the Week 18 regular season finale against the New England Patriots. He suffered a concussion in last summer's training camp and hasn't played a snap. Against a Steelers pass defense that ranks 31st in the league, the Bills are confident they can move the ball and score points. They also know that plan will implode if one of their backup tackles can't block Watt. The arrival of Saquon Barkley to the Pittsburgh Steelers shook up the league and ushered in a new phase for the offense led by Mike Tomlin. The running back, known for combining physical power with unusual agility, landed in Pennsylvania amidst high expectations and with the status of an immediate protagonist. Barkley, who has been among the NFL's most dynamic talents for years, was enthusiastically received by the fans, eager to see how his presence can transform the team's offensive identity. In his first statements, the player highlighted the franchise's tradition and the opportunity to join a roster that historically values physicality, discipline, and competitiveness. Playing in Pittsburgh means being part of a winning culture. I'm ready to contribute and raise the bar, the running back stated in his official presentation. Barkley's impact goes beyond words. Analysts believe his versatility will open new possibilities to the Steelers' playbook, offering a constant threat both on the ground and in the passing game. His ability to break tackles and produce yards after contact aligns with the physical style Pittsburgh has been known for decades. The running back's arrival also reignites discussions about the balance of the offense. With Barkley in the backfield, the Steelers gain a piece capable of relieving pressure on the quarterback and increasing the unpredictability of the offensive system, an essential aspect in a division traditionally marked by aggressive defenses like the AFC North. In initial practices, Barkley has already demonstrated chemistry with teammates and a willingness to assume a leadership role. The coaching staff, although cautious, does not hide its excitement about the potential of the new signing. "He changes the way defenses need to face us," commented a member of the coaching staff. With the season approaching, Barkley's presence fuels optimism in Pittsburgh. The city, accustomed to big names and historic campaigns, the new addition is seen as a key piece to put the Steelers back on the path to prominence. It remains to be seen how the running back will adapt to the scheme and the physical challenges of the AFC North, but for now, his arrival already represents one of the most impactful moves of the year in the NFL scene.